Yeah, no, we gon' keep it 100. Hey, tell you keep it 100. Tell you keep it 100. You know we keep it 100. Hey, squad. Tell you keep it 100. You know we keep it 100. Baby, let's keep it 100. Hey, yeah, swag. Hey, you know we keep it 100. Hey, you know we keep it 100. Hey, Gotti keep it 100. No, she gon' keep it 100. Bitch, she gon' keep it 100. We gon' keep it 100. Hey, hey, baby, gon' keep it 100. Every day. You know we keep it 100. Gotti keep it 100. No, she gon' keep it 100. Bitch, she gon' keep it 100. No, we gon' keep it 100.
Yo, can you hear me? Yo, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Here, another episode of Keeping It 100, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's the kid Gotti in the venue.
And it's your girl, Mel.
And your boy go to God.
So, how is everybody's weekend going?
Mine's is going great. Everything's going good. I'm loving it.
Man, I'm feeling real good this morning.
I know it is kind of gloomy outside, but it does feel nice because fall has finally arrived.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's true.
okay. Now we're gonna go into your feel me segment, man. The first thing is the first topic we're gonna get on is what is considered domestic violence in a relationship.
Oh,
This is a really touchy topic. Domestic violence is, in my opinion, when you are hurting somebody both physically and mentally. And domestic violence could be even something as simple as alienating somebody away from their friends and family.
So it can be mental as well.
Hmm.
I feel like domestic violence is when you straight laying hands on somebody. When you laying hands on, and it can go both ways. It can be the male or female. It's domestic violence, and I think that they tend to take the female side a lot when it comes to that. It's easy to get a man on a domestic violence.
Yeah, I agree. So do y'all like how far do y'all think it could possibly go with like men, I mean women hitting men? Is it like in a situation should man always walk off? Is it right to defend himself?
Um, a man could defend himself without putting his hands on a female. He could, like you said, simply like walk away. But one thing that I want to ask you before we discuss that is, do you think that it's possible for a man to be physically abused by his girlfriend or by his spouse?
Yeah, I think it's possible because we just said earlier that it can be mental as well. So yeah, it's definitely possible.
Okay.
You got a lot of you got a lot of shrimps out here, and shrimps meaning that you got a lot of weak minded or weak men that tend to let they women abuse them verbally and physically.
Okay. But yeah, so let me ask you guys this. What do you do if your spouse put their hands on you?
Um, honestly, it's kind of like for the most part you'll walk away, but I think it's a sort of a don't touch me no more type of thing. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't put your hands on me. I ain't on that. We cool and everything smooth. If she then proceeds, you might have to walk away because that's when things start to other parts of you can start to come out.
Hey, I just say, look, baby, be easy because you, you're sparking fire right now. Just be real smooth.
So you real heated, y'all in a real bad
Here
argument,
you go.
and she done said some real foul stuff to you,
Yeah,
and she start putting her hands on you, not gonna hit her back?
no, not if she doing a little slide, you
Nah, she
one
throwing blows.
real
She
good.
throwing blows, yeah,
Whoa.
Oh,
like a boy,
oh,
Yeah.
like a grown man.
So
no, for real though, the right punch is going down.
Really?
Yes,
Because it's been a lot of videos that I've been seeing on social media with girlfriends throwing blows at their boyfriend, like just in a simple argument. And a lot of times even the guy is still put in the wrong when he decides to defend himself, because everybody has a breaking point and he decides to put his hands on her. And then he's looked at in a bad way. But some people are like, well, she should never put her hands on him first. But some people just don't have that mindset. They are kind of biased because she's the female at the end of the day, and she took it worse than the man.
I think it's just a certain thing. Like realistically, whether you a man or woman, that reactions do exist. It's just like certain things, just common sense. Like bro, if somebody keep hitting you, constantly hitting you, what do you do at that point? Your reaction is to defend yourself. That's why I say you should just most of the time just walk away, just leave it alone, because eventually, with the right punch, like you say, things could possibly happen. So you might as well get out the gym before it escalates.
Because look, everybody human beings, and all humans pack a mean blow. So if a woman hits you with a mean blow, she can potentially knock you out cold. And a blow like that is on.
So let me ask you guys this. So you're walking down the street one day and you witness a man putting his hands on a female. You witness the fight itself happening. What do you do? Do you step in? Do you say anything, or do you just casually continue to walk by?
First, I gotta be like, hey, big homie, my brother, stop hitting on her. Like, nah, don't do that.
But he's 6'5", and he a wrestler. Like, you still say something?
The bigger they is, the harder they fall. And I'd be like, hey, nah, we felt like I can't let you just do that. Then when he'll turn his attention to me, so now it's time for me and big homie to get down.
Okay. What about you?
Like what they fight, what they arguing about, what they into about.
It don't matter if he put his hands on her. It don't matter what the fight is about anymore.
He that big, he probably crushing her.
No, but look though, this my only thing. This is my only thing. I always put myself in my situation. Do I like people in my business? Nah, but like I say, it all depends on how big homie doing that. Is he grabbing her like, come on, get in the car? Is he just beating her up? Like it's
like
different.
you see him jaw her.
Oh, that's different, bro. You'll be like, look, bro, why you on that with a little bro? Like you will say something.
Hey, depending on how big he is, I'm not finna.
You just said that you was gonna be. It's about how hard the fall is.
Like it's the difference between big and then Arnold Schwarzeneggers and Debos. You know what I'm saying? So like that, I don't even, because you don't feel like fighting that person that big
for somebody you don't know.
Or you could just be like, sweetheart, come here, let's walk away, or call the police.
Or you can tell Big Homie, like, man, Big Homie, why you can say something to him, like you can be Big Homie, why you on that? Ooh, out the band, ooh. But you can't bust Big Homie because he grabbing her. You don't even know the situation. One of you bust Big Homie, and it's because she just slept with his brother. Like that's why it's important to not get in people's business.
And I can tell you right now, you and Big Homie is gonna have a real nice time fighting. It's gonna be a real good match.
So wait, Brianna just really said something to me that I really want to ask him now, and this is the question. Okay, so you said you don't know what happened to make him put his hands on her.
I ain't saying putting his. I'm saying grabbing
her, but we talking about
even
blows.
putting his hands on her. We don't know what happened.
No. Now blows different. Blows. Gee, when I think of blows, that's different.
Women do some very wild things.
Let's hear this.
He's probably she probably did something
just foul.
Let me give you a story. So this is what happened. This is why they got into it.
Okay.
So he had called her phone. She wasn't answering.
Okay.
Right? He texting her. She wasn't texting. And then she finally called back. And when she called back, she acting like she not being herself, right? And then it come to find out that she was sleeping with the brother.
There you go.
So when they get to the crib, they get into it. She throwing all his dirt in his face, and he throwing the dirt back in her face, and she just telling him stuff like, "Well, that's why your sex ain't good."
Oh, nah, she can't pull a card.
Better.
Whoa.
So that gives him an excuse to put his hands on her.
This what turns him into a firecracker. He not lit yet, but he's now a firecracker. So now they going at it and everything. He done turned to a firecracker, and then she pressed that button, and then she liked the match. And that's when she say that, well, we've been doing this for umpteen amount of years or time.
Oh, man.
And then he grab her. That's when you grab him. because now you mad, and then she busts him. Bow, one punch right there, and now they scrapping.
Man,
because they both in heated moment. That's how that stuff happens.
True story. Now you done said something to Big Homie. Why Big Homie already mad and you don't even know the situation. And look, y'all get done fighting. He like, man, that she's messing with my brother.
Look, you like, and I sugarcoated.
But that don't make it right for him to put his. Okay, so just walk away. Like then you don't need her. It's been a lot of cases, even on Cheaters. It's been a lot of cases on the TV show where they just walk away. They've been in some really foul situations, and it just is not worth it. It's not worth it catching the case over.
No, it's definitely not worth it.
Man.
But
I agree with
you. Know, when you heated, you heated, and that was me sugarcoating the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're gonna move along. I'm gonna ask y'all this question: would y'all say physical or mental abuse is the worst?
I think mental abuse is the worst because mentally
that
you can
lower
break
your
people down.
Yeah.
And when people broke down, they'll start abusing themselves.
A lot of people don't think that mental is as bad as physical, but they have the same effect in reality. So
man, I agree with that. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Man, so actually, it's time to, speaking of domestic violence and assaults, we're going to transition into our Going Down segment. And your boy, Famous Dex, is going to lead this convo, man.
I get the drift on my
Famous Dex, man, you inspired the conversation today because what you did was wild. That's some really wild stuff.
Man,
you know what's funny, though?
What's funny, go?
I see it happen a lot in Chicago. That same scenario.
It's low-key regular.
Like, if he wasn't famous, nobody even paid that no attention.
But because he's a public figure, he's an example for a lot of African American men who want to do the same thing that he's doing, and they lead by example. I don't care what music you're making. At the end of the day, when you're a public figure, you're a leader.
That's true. That's definitely true.
And so if our viewers don't know what Famous Dex did, he was caught on video basically fighting his girlfriend, had her in a corner and was throwing blows on his girlfriend. And his excuse was she cheated on me.
Whoa.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm pretty sure that Famous Dex, since he became famous, cheated on her probably 10 times, if not more. Let's be real. Why did she cheat on you? Why?
Whoa. Who did she cheat with?
Listen,
am I the only one who wants to know? Because it all depends on who she cheated with for that to happen. Like,
look, his girlfriend was cheating on him before they got famous, and that probably ain't even his main girlfriend.
Look, that's why he really shouldn't have been fighting if it wasn't his main.
It probably wasn't even his main girl, just probably one girl that he messing with, and he just mad because she messing with other people. That's how people get when they get money. They feel like they own stuff.
That's not a good reason.
Man.
People get cheated on every day.
Cheated on every day, B. Every day, B.
Every day. And you don't see them getting beat up. I mean, just break up. You got money, you got fame. What else could you ask for? Now you ruined your career by putting your hands on your girlfriend. If that's not the only time.
Hey, I've seen a lot of situations when this domestic violence stuff, bro. It does take people careers down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen to my man C Breeze. He had to revive his career. But bro, like it really hinders people's careers, man.
The only way you can bring yourself back from them, you just make genuinely
like you gotta be that's the only way to come back. You can't take no else.
Yeah. And I was just like what you said, Guardian, about that is Chris Brown, he had a platform.
Yeah.
So he was really famous and people loved him. At the end of the day, regardless of what he did, it's either you gonna love me or a hate me situation because he was already a public figure. Famous Dex is making he has 2 hit songs, if not maybe 3, I don't know. But it's just like he's not really established like Chris Brown is to be doing stupid stuff like that. A lot of his endorsements are going to be taken away because of that. Because nobody wants an endorsement with an abuser.
True enough. Hey, all I gotta say for Famous Dex is watch yourself, boy. They watching.
Man, bro. Okay. So we gonna move along, man. We gonna get we're gonna get into something real conscious for a second. Going back to the Black Lives Matter movement, how do y'all feel about the recent Terrence Crutcher shooting?
I think it's very sad. It's definitely not called for. And okay, so with his story, his car broke down, and as a normal person, when your car ever breaks down, your first thought is, well, let me find some help. Whether it's not AAA, you call the police, right? You need somebody to help you. And for the police to pull over and then, lose your life over that, that's sad. That just shows that the people that we look for help towards, they're the ones that don't want us alive.
Man, bro.
You know what it is though? It's these forces, they hiring all these new cops, but then you hiring people that's already scared and paranoid of black people.
Bro, that's what it is.
So they got they got that the badge behind them, they got the firearms behind them, and the right to just shoot. And it's so many laws go so many ways. It's easy for them to make up stories or reasons on why they had to shoot somebody. And so they already paranoid and scared. So right off the rip, they think they want to shoot because this is what they've been doing it. And they ain't got no consequence behind it, so why not?
And what makes it worse is her husband was in the helicopter. He was, riding the helicopter, and he actually told her that's a bad dude. What makes him say that? I have no idea. Wow. And so, of course, that being her husband, she reacted off of him saying that and shot him. And why is he a bad dude? Is he a bad dude because he's black?
Man.
Like, do you have actual evidence that this guy is a bad dude? And what necessarily is a bad dude?
I'm starting to think this. I'm starting to think this just happening on purpose, bro. It's just starting to just be too. It's starting to get out of control.
The excuses are stupid.
You know why?
They're stupid.
Because the cops is getting mad themselves just because people are retaliating against cops. So cops feel like they just heated about other cops losing their lives over, so they want to keep doing it,
So you saying a lot of this thing is just like retaliation. Like they just like, well, we're gonna all
retaliating just like a mob or a gang. They like a big mob organization.
Now let me tell you guys this. I was watching the news this morning, and I actually saw the footage and the girl even tell her story of the young teenage girl in Maryland. And she was riding her bike and she happened to kind of run into a police car. Teenage girl, she not paying no mind. She did it on accident, but she was a little unconscious afterwards. She was a little spooked too, so she didn't want the cops to help her. Yeah. So it's just kind of like she's doing what a child does. You get in trouble, whether it's by the police or your parents, your teacher, you're going to act a particular way. You're going to act out. I know I used to cry like a baby when I used to get in trouble, even though it wasn't my fault. Yeah. So of course they're like, let me help you. She's like, no, I just want to go home. If you're okay and you say, let me go home, honey, I'm gonna let you go home. No, but they want to get a report. So they're like, okay, they call the ambulance. And, but you call an ambulance, but you're putting her in the back of a police car. Why? They put her in the police car and they pepper spray her. A teenage girl, I don't know. I want to say maybe like she looked about 13 maybe.
That's sick.
But they pepper spray her. And I think one of the reasons why is because she didn't put her feet in the car. She was basically not cooperating with the cops, so they decided to pepper spray her.
Bro, she's 13, bro.
When I watched the footage, the police officer put his hand in the car and casually pepper sprayed her. A 13-year-old. That was sick.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's sick.
You seen the footage of when they went in the guy crib trying to serve him a speed ticket. And they pepper sprayed the old 80-year-old lady and then slammed her to the ground.
Man, an 80-year-old lady?
She was 80 years old.
For a speeding ticket, you said?
They went in this house because they trying to serve him a speeding ticket. Pepper sprayed his grandma. She was 80.
Oh, my goodness.
Threw her like in the air on the ground.
What? Man. What harm? What harm?
I seen like this dope video about this guy. He's pretty much just saying like, how in this world you got like spiders and butterflies. And like if you seen a spider or butterfly in your house, which one would you want to kill and which one would you like let be free? And it was sort of like a comparison between African Americans and white people. Like the world just sees us as spiders. So it's just like, and he just saying even we see ourselves as spiders because they didn't, brainwashed us to make us think that. So I think that was pretty cool. And I mean, bro, like white people, I think the racism and the whole them killing us,
that's
bro.
That's a good scenario though.
What that the spider right butterfly? Yeah, that was dope.
Then people want to kill the spiders, leave the butterflies out, but not even knowing that the spider got more benefits because the spider is going to catch all the bugs. You know what I'm saying? The spiders are going to get all the insects that's around the house and all the things like that, and they do things within themselves that help other people. They just look crazy.
And then listen to this. We're also conditioned to hate spiders. We're conditioned not to like spiders growing up. And that's the same with Caucasians. They're conditioned, and they condition us not to like ourselves because of our skin complexion. Because we're taught to be different. They're taught that we're different and that we're bad and that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Like it like even the way like how you just have to know how to speak a certain way, and it's just really not because you want to speak this way, just because like you have to, like it's livelihood purpose. Like that's how you eat, because you can't just talk how you want to talk and still expect to make it in this world.
Or you can't even have a particular name.
Yeah,
like your name can't be Shaniqua because it's just not. Is not the political way. Nowadays it's like, oh, you gave your child that name. Oh, he's never gonna get a job.
Wow.
Like that's some real stuff. Like if your name isn't Becky or Sarah, like what I'm saying? Like that's real stuff.
When it's easy to control people how you want to control them, when you control the cash flow. Yeah. You control the benefits.
And then they threw all these fancy cars, and they threw all this like stuff that really don't mean nothing in our face that really costs money to get, but they didn't give us no money. So now it's just like when we finally get some money,
we have to find illegal ways to get the money to get the expensive.
They ain't even throwing it in our face no more. They're shoving it down our throat. Social media, TV, movies,
and you just like, I want this, radio. I want that. The only way I can get it is with money though. But they control.
They're gonna take all the legal benefits away, and they're gonna make every illegal opportunity available.
Yeah.
Just to try to get rid of more of us.
Yeah.
Man, I agree. And we're gonna
it's the system, it's the operation.
We're gonna move along. We're gonna get into some fun. You hear me, man? I want to hear about this game and Meek Mill beef. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what y'all think about what's going on.
I think it is absolutely hilarious.
Oh man,
because the game went in. He went in, and it's so funny because
Meek Mill the punching bag.
Meek Mill's career is not just down the toilet, but it's in the drain. Like his career is gone. His career is Nicki's career.
It's like this. Help me.
But listen though, I really still got respect for Meek. I really still I rock with Meek heavy, but I can't lie, the game went nuts, especially on that pest control. That that record was ill, man. Like he just sent shots at everybody. Like he sent shots at O'Malley. He was making references that Benny Siegel was a crack kid, take him back to rehab. He was a bum. He made references to Sean Kingston.
He done took Sean Kingston from wherever Sean Kingston was at. Brought him back to the spotlight to embarrass him.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Sean Kingston. I hadn't heard him since Beautiful Girls came out.
When he was saying the fat twink eating guy, I was like, Sean Kingston, what?
I'm like, wait, where he come from? He got me talking about Sean Paul. Sean Kingston, who?
Right. Then they buried Beanie Siegel from wherever he was buried at, dug him up and killed him again, because nobody ever even seen him.
Oh wait. Let's talk about
shots at O'Malley too. Like that's Meek Mill, one of Meek Mill artists and one of his best friends.
Let me tell you, what made me laugh the hardest was Sean Kingston got his chain snatched in the club.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason, because
He probably
you a grown man and you got your chain snatched the club.
Hey, like, how does that happen though?
Grown man.
How that happened?
And then he was like, "Can I please have my chain back?"
Bro,
you want to know how that happened? How you get your chain took from you?
How?
Because somebody very vicious approaches you and asks for your chain. And you gonna give him your chain because that's a very vicious person and you not.
No, don't go like that.
No, when
bro.
I say vicious, like if you don't give me your chain, it's going down right now. Like I'm about to either break your jaw or
no, don't go like that. If you got that type of bread, you ain't even by yourself, bro. If you got that type of bread.
Yeah, man. You gotta think about you got security, you got people like this, but these real street guys right here with no code.
Let me tell you what Sean Kingston
was. You tripping.
Let me tell you what Sean Kingston was thinking. Sean Kingston, what was going through his mind when they took his chain was, they had me suicidal.
Oh man, they didn't took it. And that's the crazy thing about it, that's really the only Sean Kingston song that I even know, to be honest with you. And bro, like the fact that bro got his chain, they say he got his chain he called the game crying like, "Big bro, can you help me get my chain back?" Whole time he saying, this is all alleged what Game saying. Whole time he saying Meek then told the police that, you feel me, the Game and his people had him set up. And then, you know, he just add O'Malley because obviously O'Malley gonna ride with Meek Mill. And it's just like now he
done made O'Malley famous. Like
I didn't even know who O'Malley was.
I never knew who he was, so he done did him a favor.
Oh man. I mean, but
I know O'Malley, of course I know.
I mean, but how relevant was the Game before this?
He wasn't very relevant. I mean, he was relevant, but to a certain extent. I know he had his TV show.
Game just still
his Love TV show that he had.
He's just still in the spotlight because of social media. So he lingering around. He like a fly.
He's like an old head in the rap game.
He's staying in the area. He like a fly. He just hovering in that area.
It's like he's still around.
He hasn't. And now whenever.
Right. He hasn't officially like exited the building like Meek Mill with Sean
Kingston took an exit and made a left and got on the highway and
got lost.
Dang, and you say Game told him, "Hey bro, come back. You left some," and then sent him back. Yeah.
Sent him back.
Man. Oh, man. Okay.
But let's talk about Lil Wayne and the whole Birdman and Tiger situation now.
Birdman is dirty.
Yeah, so it was reported that like Lil Wayne he feeling some type of way about you know the Birdman situation because Birdman let Tiger out of his contract. Then Tiger signs to Good Music, you know, underneath Kanye, and Birdman feels some type of way about that. I mean Wayne feels some type of way about that. Part of the reason, if you guys don't know why, it was another report that Wayne only owns 49% of Young Money and Birdman owns the other 51%. Dang. So you know, like it's like Birdman still got that little bit more control of what's going on.
Yeah, and you know, it was a lot of situations beforehand with a lot of money that came in play that Wayne didn't see that Birdman saw. Yeah. So you know, that's what started the friction, and then you let one of my star players go without telling me about it, you know. And I put this team together. Yeah, I assembled this lineup.
I might have to disagree with that one. Star player, Tiger. Nah.
Tiger's a nice star player.
Yeah. He just to stop playing a different crowd.
In a different crowd. Why you think Kanye signed? Star player.
Yeah, in a different type of crowd.
Because he got social media on lock because who he dating. And he still got a real big fan base of people he mess with. You know, he messed with those skateboarders, stoner type crowd.
I just with Tiger, I just never really like how I look at success, and I guess he's, like you said, is successful on a different level because I just look at like what recent music has he put out. Yeah. And I mean, I know he put out some new song, but it wasn't really like
it wasn't busting.
See, you got like people that's in the light now, and you got people that's not in the light but still successful. Like you still got Wiz Khalifa's and nobody really hearing.
I like Wiz Khalifa
doing a lot.
He
Wiz Khalifa in the light now. Is doing the light now. That's your future.
No, but look, but that's but there's people in different crowds stay in different lights. You know what I'm saying? Like people who in the light in our world, they not in the light in other people's world. Like it's like it's all different. It depends on your preference, who you like, what genre of music you like. I guarantee you to some little white boy who think he black, Tiger's definitely in the light. Like I'm trying to tell you.
And that's where the money comes in.
Yeah, because he gonna actually go by the.
That's why he signed.
Yeah. But in terms of the whole Birdman and Wayne situation, man, it makes me angry because like I told y'all before, Wayne one of my favorite artists, and it's like, I don't get it. I remember the argument. Universal fronted them. They gave them $100 million advancement for the start of Young Money, but they gave them the advancement under the guidelines that Wayne take care of, Birdman take care of. Wayne saying Birdman blew through 70 of the millions of dollars, like 70 million out of the 100 million. In my head, I'm thinking, bro, how do you blow through 70 million? Like, what do you buy? How do you blow through 70 million?
I can't even think of what to buy.
Bro, that mean he's trying to live a flashy lifestyle that you could afford it, but it's just like you gotta be wise with your bread. Like, and how did Wayne? I don't know how Wayne let it get to that point. Wayne probably was just like, man, that's bro, he gonna pay me. And then you see it just got out of hand and it never came.
And then Wayne got wiser and he understood that he was really the heart of the whole operation of Young Money and Cash Money. Without Wayne, there would be nothing.
When I think of Young Money, I think of Lil Wayne.
It wouldn't be nothing because Wayne built Cash Money.
Yeah.
Wayne made Young Money, and Young Money made Cash Money. Because without Young Money Records, without Nicki Records, without Drake Records, without Wayne Records, it wouldn't be no Cash Money.
Right.
That's true.
So for you to cheat that man out of his money, he established a team that kept y'all going, making millions and becoming one of the biggest labels. You tripping.
Yeah, you played that game all wrong. And you know what I was thinking? I'm like, bro, I bet that man Birdman just sick. Like his pride might get in the way, but I know he just like, man, bro, it's like Nicki and Drizzy ain't gonna never look at you the same. They probably still gonna have respect, but it's like they not gonna look at you the same. It's gonna be like, man, I don't know.
When Wayne go, Drake and Nicki, they gonna pay that money to opt out their contracts just for the simple fact that we ain't finna stay here without Wayne.
That's what they began with. The only reason
we still here probably right now, they would have been probably bought out
because they got if it weren't for Wayne, they've been too big for Cash Money. Like it's just like
it's a respect.
Yeah, it's just like I can't leave Wayne, one of them type of things.
Still Wayne want to let us go.
With the Lil Wayne, the Birdman, the Meek Mill, the Game Beef, all of this stuff just shows me that luxurious life that they live in is not what it seems. Because I guarantee you, it's a lot of dirt going on behind the scenes than what we see. It looks glamorous, but ask yourself why all these stars is doing drugs and stuff.
It's a lot of people who ain't got no money, bro.
And think about it, Wayne. I mean, Nicki and Drake, they're a lot of come out of a contract because the way the social media is, the way the world is, not everybody want to be independent. All their money can generate to them, back to them. No, you let them out of a contract, they not signing no contract. They don't need to. They got enough money to fund whatever they want to do and make a full return on.
Yeah.
And that's what people scatter.
It wouldn't make sense. But man, bro, like this whole all this people beefing and stuff like this, how do y'all think that plays into when we scream the whole Black Lives Matter movement? Like, how do y'all what do y'all think people saying when they looking at it? And I don't mean just white people, I mean like black people, like our grannies and them and our granddaddies, and like what they saying when they hear about this rapper beefing or this person don't like this person. Pretty much all this black people against each other. We supposed to be on some Black Lives Matter type stuff. What you think they'll say?
I think it's a cry for help because it's like we have these major artists who have no reason to be beefing and no reason to be mad, because it's like if anybody should be mad, it should definitely be like the people who don't have it all, and it's like for y'all to be beefing, for y'all to be making these raps with these death threats and all this other stuff, it's just like, well, there goes their generation, and it just makes people give up on us.
I feel like people should keep chanting the Black Lives Matter because You know, to be honestly, beef is beef. Beef been beef since hip hop started. Black people been killing black people since before our parents was born. You know, it's been that way, and I feel like this Black Lives Matter is just bringing more people together, just rallying up us coming together, fighting off the other, poisons and the other toxic things that's happening in life with the police killing and the racial slurs and all that. So Black Lives Matter is just a movement that's bringing us closer together. Like we still gonna shoot and kill each other till everybody break out of it. It's been a 200, 300 year brainwash to get us here. It's gonna take that amount of years to take that brainwash out, and it's just a step leading towards that way when everybody is rallying together, fighting off another a common enemy. So that's what Black Lives Matters to me. And when people be like, "Oh, black people killing each other," where's Black Lives Matter now? It ain't. That's different. Black Lives Matter is something we use to come together to fight off the other enemy, the common enemy.
Man, that was deep.
That was. I was just sitting here listening like,
I don't have a follow up after that. I can't follow up after that. That was pretty deep. But, so I guess we gonna that was the segment for today. Anybody got something to say? Any announcements? What's up?
I just want to let everybody know that Go to God. Yes, I did just drop my mixtape on SoundCloud. It's called Designer Dreams by Go to God, and I just dropped my video on YouTube. Go to God Leader. Everybody check that out. Everybody, that's dope. I'm bringing your sauce. I'm bringing your fire to your ear.
Yeah, let's get it.
One more announcement. Keeping it 100. We last weekend wasn't on air because we actually hosted the College Star Live at Eastern Illinois University.
That was a dope event.
It was such a dope event, and we want to thank everybody who came out, who supported, who gave us positive feedback, because this is something that we are really pushing forward towards, and we would actually love to host more events. Definitely. If you got our email, and keep it at 100 enterprise@gmail.com. So, Brian, you got anything else to say?
I want to say thank you everybody for listening. Please continue to support us. Comment, ask questions, leave feedback so we can continue to grow. Please follow our social media. Instagram, that's at Keeping It 100. Twitter at Keeping It 100. And no, Twitter is 2 underscores and then Keeping It 100. And then on Facebook is just at Keeping It 100. And follow our personal social media too. My Snapchat is I'm_IceCold9.
Mine's is climax_of_dream.
And mine's is Go You Got It. That's GOUGOTIT.
Yep, and you can catch this episode live on Facebook. We on YouTube. We on everything, man. And thank you for watching, guys.
No, you kidding?
Yeah. Oh, you got a code now.